You know, for an evening that started out so badly, it has definite possibilities. No. Before you drink, you must always say salud.
Salud.
You know,
Salud.
Salud.
You know, on second thought,
Yes?
I really can't stay.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I've got to go away.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Evening has been
Hoping that you drop
so
in.
very nice.
You like the song?
Your hands, they're just like
My
ice.
mouth will
Really?
stop to work.
Well, then you must also like raping women. Because that's what the song is about. Did you not hear the news? The word? This song is sexualizing something. This song is sexist. Christmas songs are sexist. And if you like Christmas, well, then you also like rape. And them's the facts. So let's get into it.
Baby, don't hold out, baby,
Oh, but
it's cold outside.
So, first off, Merry Christmas. It's December 4th, which means it's Christmas tomorrow, and yesterday, and all the way through to November. It's been Christmas the whole time. Wow. So I decided I'd wear this little hat, this little Santa hat, because it's Christmas. Wow. It's kind of weird, like the way I wear it. Like I have to put like the bun in my hair kind of gets in the way. So the only way I can properly wear it is like this. So I look like I'm from like the Smurfs Christmas special. I feel like a cat, like with a little toy. Shut up! Jake Paul did release this Christmas song. No, it can't. I need to stop making Jake Paul videos. There is a lot I want to talk about in that video, but unfortunately we're not doing that today. Instead, I looked for some edgy little content. I looked up Christmas BuzzFeed to no avail. I looked up all kinds of stuff until I searched Christmas sexist, and that was the key. And now I found this song, or not song. I found this video. Christmas songs are sexist. Tucker Carlson versus dumb feminist. So this is the world that we live in, and I'm gonna watch this video and I'm gonna make fun of everything that they say. So let's watch it. Here we go. I'm gonna need more hot chocolate. The cup's empty. It's a prop. You just got bamboozled.
Say, what's in this drink?
Cabs to be had out there.
I wish I knew how
Your eyes are like stars
to
right now.
break this spell.
I'll take your hat. Your hair looks
I
swell.
ought to say no.
Mind if
sir.
I'm moving closer?
At least I'm gonna say that I
What's
tried.
the sense of hurting
That's the classic
my
Christmas song, Baby It's Cold Outside. It was written during the Second World War, and it's been a Christmas staple ever since. But some people are now finding offense with some of those lyrics. The song has been characterized as, quote, rapey. Needless to say, there was a balderdized, politically correct version written and recorded with updated lyrics. Here's a sad sample of it.
Okay, so that's a good introduction from Tucker that basically explains what the video is about. The song Baby It's Cold Outside, there are people that think it promotes rape culture. It doesn't. And then there's this cover of like a modern version of it. And, and she's like, oh, I want to leave. And the guy's like, you have consent to do that. It's very bad. They're very bad singers.
Quick, which version is more appealing? That's rhetorical, of course. Joining us now, Vox reporter Emily Crockett, who's written a ton about both versions of the song. Emily, it's great to see you.
Great to see you too, Tucker.
It's great to see you. Great.
Now, feminists, maybe unfairly, have had this reputation as humorless scolds, as you
Quite
know.
unfairly, yeah.
I'd say it's unfair. I agree with that statement. Plot twist, my fingers were crossed. So everything I say means nothing. That is how that works. That's how I got out of jury duty.
I'm not sure attacks on this song do much to fight that perception.
Woo! Woo!
Sure. So I think your first problem is considering it an attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's...
Well, you called it rapey. That's not a positive.
Wait, did I call it rapey?
Oh, did I? Oh, shucks.
You said others have called it rapey.
Yeah. So what I did in my piece is I did 2 readings of it, right? So I did the rapey reading and the romantic reading. Because when I listen to this song, I honestly have sort of 2 reactions to it, right? Like
I did 2 readings. I did the author's intention, and I did the I'm offended by literally everything that comes out of the earth.
In the context of the time, I think it's pretty clear that, women did not have much sexual agency in the 40s, right? Like, women were not really allowed to express sexual desire or to, take initiative.
Maybe they weren't allowed to take initiative. That's debatable. Like, I get in the 40s women didn't have that many rights, but regardless, men are always trying to bang, okay? Like, even in the 40s. men always trying to get some, okay? So if a woman came up and was like, hey, let's have sex, most men are probably going to be like, okay. There are quite a few that would be like, whoa, hold up, I don't even know you. But there are also a couple that would be, yeah, so even in the 40s. I didn't live in the 40s, surprisingly. I know I look real old, but I feel like, maybe they weren't allowed to take an initiative. Again, that's arguable. I didn't live in the 40s, I don't really care. But they definitely, even if they didn't have an initiative, they definitely had the right to say no. Just because they don't have the right to initiate it doesn't mean they're like, oh, this man wants to have sex with me. Whoop-de-doo, I guess we're doing this. Like, they can say no. That's always been a thing in the 40s, in the 20s, in the now. It's dumb. Okay, just because there was a lack of initiative, just because they can't start it doesn't mean they can't end it. You know what I mean? But I don't know whether they had the ability to start it or not. I feel like they do, even in the 20s, and definitely now. But what do I know? I'm just a white male.
And so...
But the decision was fundamentally theirs, wouldn't you say?
Well, sure. Well...
So wouldn't that put them in control?
Wouldn't what put them in control?
Well, if the decision is yours, you're not a passive victim, you're in the driver's seat. If the question is, do you assent or not, if someone's trying to persuade you, that suggests it's your decision.
Well, so that's an interesting way of putting it.
Yeah, Tucker makes a great point right there. That's kind of sort of what I was trying to say, but in some better words, better wording.
Wasn't that true?
There's a difference between, so like putting pressure on a woman to have sex is just not cool for a variety. Like there's a difference between like a negotiation and a predation, right? So when you look at the original version of this song, the interesting thing is that the man's part is labeled wolf and the woman's part is labeled mouse, which is like, oh, that's kind of creepy.
I don't really get why that's creepy, and I don't know where she got that information from either. I don't know if that was like an official source or she was just like, I'm just gonna say this and make it fact. I don't know where that information came from, but say it is true. That was like the director of the music video's intention or the writer of the song. It's a cat and mouse situation. You can even see it in the music video. The woman is trying to run away, and the man's trying to go after her, and that's not a creepy way. That's not a rapey way. And even when I watch the music video for "Baby It's Cold Outside" and I listen to the song, I don't even see it sexual. Like I don't see it as the man's being like, "Hey, let's stay and we can have sex." I don't see it like that. I see it as, "Hey, stay. I want to be with you. I want company with you. I want to spend time with you. I want to be around you." I don't even see it as, hey, stop, I want to bang you. It's just, yeah, he talks about like how delicious her lips look, and is a lyric in the song, and yeah, maybe they kiss, but other than that, there's really no sexual undertones at all, and there's definitely not rapey undertones. It's not creepy at all. It's a cat and mouse. It's a basic storytelling fundamental. It's a technique to tell a story. It's a technique for a relationship between characters. It's a way for characters to interact, because that's what these people in this video and this song are. They're characters. And this is just, that's how they interact, that's what makes it interesting. And the music video is one of the most interesting things ever, just the way they move, the way they interact with their environment, you know, like the, you know, I don't know, just the way they move and counteract each other is beautiful. And that's expressed through the lyrics as well. So it's not creepy. It's not creepy. It's cat and mouse, you know. And yeah, I guess wolf and mouse is a little strange. That does kind of make it seem like a prey and predator situation, which is what she's saying. It's not. It's just not. It's a cat and mouse. It's just a bigger cat. I don't, you know, like, what do you want me to say?
Isn't seduction about ambivalence? I mean,
It doesn't have to be.
okay, so if it's not about ambivalence, what if it's not seduction?
I just got a Fiverr ad.
Oh, look at this little girl's design. It's terrible. Little girl,
Skip.
you're fired. We're going a different direction.
The question here is, do we want women to have sexual agency? Do we want women to have a say?
Yes.
At a certain point, spending hundreds of words close reading a Christmas song starts to feel a little silly.
Oh, of course.
What's the point of yelling at people on the internet about this? Mm-hmm. Do you wish you'd stop there?
No.
I do.
Well, so it is a box explainer, right? Because this is a debate on the internet,
No, it isn't.
and people have been hearing about it and reading about it. And the
No, they haven't.
reason I wrote the piece is that people might be curious, why this is a debate?
They aren't. They aren't.
So the issue is that it's a debate over whether the song promotes, you know, problematic ideas of consent.
It doesn't.
Here's my question. I mean, I want to take this seriously, and I feel there are threats to women's, as you put, agency and rights, and one of them is female genital mutilation, which is really common in the United States among immigrants and refugees.
Yeah.
Really common.
Yeah, but
hundreds of thousands of people at risk for that. I never hear
Sure.
feminists mention it at all.
I hear feminists mention it a lot.
You do? Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen a
Yeah,
Fox
but also
piece
like
on it.
that.
I agree with Tucker on this. I knew what it was. I've never heard it talked about by anyone.
That's like the worst thing I can imagine.
I don't
and
know,
this is
do
a
you-
Christmas song that's like, yeah, okay, maybe it was written 70 years ago.
Yep.
Culture matters, right? Like what we listen to, and I know conservatives feel this way too about culture, right? Like we worry about the signals we're sending our kids. And if the signal we're sending our young men is that it's okay to badger and pressure and not listen to a woman, not respect her.
Well, I'm against
when
that.
she says no.
Children are not... When people listen to the song, that's not the kind of thing they think about. They don't think about, wow, I can sexually harass a woman and get away with it. That's not... If anything, you're helping promote that thought. I never even considered the music being interpreted that way until I saw this video. So if anything, you're hurting your case. You're making people think like that. You know, you are bringing that subject to light, you know, and you're like, hey, this shouldn't be a thing, but I'm gonna make it a thing, even though it wasn't. You're completely, it's backwards. It makes no sense, and it's like, oh, sorry,
The rapey reading and the report.
So wouldn't that put them in control? Is do you assent or not? If someone's trying to persuade you, that suggests...
The interesting thing is that the man's part is labeled wolf, and the woman's part is labeled mouse, which is like, so the question is, you know, is seduction... When you look at it,
I feel like I'm back and faster now in my feminist poetry on that internet. Do you wish you'd stop there?
about it, and the reason I wrote the piece is that people might be curious why this is
I never hear feminists mention it at all.
I hear feminists mention it a lot. It's too about culture, right? Like we worry about the
From politics. Everything is about political
very
ideology.
I have a very feminist Christmas.
I ought to say no, no, senor. At least I'm going to say that I tried.
What's the sense of hurting my
I
pride?
really can't
Oh,
stay.
baby, don't hold out,
Oh,
baby.
but it's cold outside.